morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have breakfast.
And welcome to the NHC podcast.
Way!
I'm Anthony.
I'm Colin.
I'm not Colin, I'm James.
And we're recording in lovely SoundShape.
Stop swearing.
Did you miss that? It's SoundShape.
This'll be fun.
Yeah, okay, well.
Fuck's sake, man. You're an utter
Fucking bit. You
Unt.
You, aye.
stupid cut.
Oh, this is going to be endless
Why don't I
fun.
can do this? You stupid cut. Stupid cut. Oh, I love it.
So what have we got to talk about this week? I've got a couple of things in mind.
Loads of stuff.
We've got quite a lot of stuff to talk about, but
Let's
none of it we're allowed to put on air.
No.
Let's
The
start
good,
with,
the good stuff you're never allowed to put on there.
Yeah.
Let's start with Record Store Day, because
Yep.
at time of this airing on Messy, it'll be
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it'll be
so
tomorrow, yeah.
Saturday, I want to say 18th of April.
18th is right.
Yes.
Good Ship NHC have got their own event for Record Store Day. They will not have any of the official releases, but they'll have Colonel Mustard in store and their own. They did a thing, and obviously NHC appeared as one of the 4 things to do in and around Glasgow, along with Love Music, Record Factory,
Custody.
and
Putting the cone on. Putting the cone
What are
on.
the 4 things to do?
is it
Custy's one of them.
Is it mono? Or
Sorry,
something like
Kirsty.
that? Or is that what you get?
I'm not sorry at all.
Hi-oh!
Custy. She should be coming on here soon, actually.
But the shop's got Colonel Mustard and some other stuff happening,
True.
and
Yep.
it's vast range of vinyls and stuff like that. I think there's going to be an offer as well, because it's not an official. They don't carry any official releases. I suspect there's like a third off or something like that.
Alright, that's awesome, man. That's cool.
Everything except
Pick
for
up
bands.
some local
everything
band
except
merch
for
and stuff
bands
as
who've
well, like
signed up.
t-shirts, things like that.
Because that'd be quite funny. Like, bands, we're going to sell your merch at a reduced rate without telling you.
I know.
If some of the bands want to be involved in
Breakfast!
that.
So you can go yourself.
Welcome to SoundShape. We are
It's just in an RKO present. I was going to do a whole thing.
RKO.
RKO!
Is
Out of
there any
nowhere.
releases you've
The
heard about?
Mummy's Hand. What's that?
Any releases you've heard about for Records Today that you're looking forward to this year?
The Watch Tradition's got their album out.
Oh, is that?
Oh,
Yeah, it's happening,
Is that
yeah.
coming out early?
How many albums have
think
they
so,
had
yeah.
that out?
It's like
I didn't even read that.
second, maybe third. Don't know.
That's
Fuck,
pretty cool.
right.
I quite fancy it anyway, so aye.
Tell you who always does good deals. They tweet about it as well as Love Music, or they bring you. They make
Love
you
Music, yeah.
They make you aware
I
of
was gonna
stuff.
say, if you're going to love music, though, you probably want to start queuing now.
Aye.
Aye.
If you want to see any of the early acts, anyway, because like there tends to be queues at Queen Street Station for like 2 in the morning, is there not?
Oh, seriously?
Is it really?
Yeah, fuck that game for a game of soldiers, giving up your Friday night to sit
Q.
in Queen Street.
Who's playing?
That's a British way. We know how to
You
queue.
know, Colonel Mustard are doing Love Music, they're doing everything. But
play
beyond that, I don't
Good
know,
on 'em.
to be honest.
So much like they're trying their best to get out there and heard.
Good on them.
Aye, so good on them.
It's almost like they're trying to be a band.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
I think there's like there's a Foo Fighters limited edition B-sides vinyl coming out. There's
I've got all of them.
there's a reissue of Get Behind Me Satan by the White Stripes coming out in vinyl.
Yeah.
Third Man Records are actually doing quite a cool thing this year as well, that they're doing a junior 3-string guitar, and it's aimed at
Alright.
infants, but it's like cheat sheets to do a load of White Stripes songs and stuff like that.
Oh,
That's
cool.
pretty cool,
So
actually.
that if you're kind of like 5 or 6 picking up a guitar for the first time, you can actually
Like
hear
play a
something
tune,
you know.
aye. Aye,
And
that's
I think
pretty
that's
cool.
an amazing idea.
That's pretty cool, man.
But then also this year, through Third Man Records, Jack White bought Elvis's first recording, and that's coming out for Record Store Day. Last year he
Wow.
did it with Roy Orbison and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool, man. That's a really, really good move.
Which kind of makes you think, like,
He gets really behind it, doesn't he?
I'm
He's like,
beginning to think he's like possibly one of the most
guys-
influential musicians about just now.
I mean, Dave Grohl really push it as well.
Aye.
Dave Grohl's always got something out for it. It's
Well,
pretty
Dave Grohl's the official. Is he the official
He's the
rep or
ambassador
whatever?
or something
The
like that.
aye.
Did Sonic Highways not get announced this time last year? I think that was the official
It might
announcement.
well
as
be.
well.
Oh, well, there
Yeah.
you go.
I think that was as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Trying to think what else. There's a few bands. In fact, Admiral Fallow, is their album now as well for it?
They're back anyway.
Yeah,
aye,
yeah,
I mean, I think a lot of bands kind of try
I've heard
and
their new track. It's actually pretty cool. It's a bit different for them. It's kind of...
heavy metal.
I wasn't expecting the thrash element, but yeah, it's...
Thrash it out, baby.
thrashing that flute. No, it's kind of more... It's actually quite... It's got quite a dancey feel to it. Even though it's...
Oh, does it?
It's quite cool, man. It's different. No, it's
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think this will be huge for them though.
Yeah.
They've kind of picked up some good gigs, and then
They're just going to say to everyone, why don't you just go yourself?
yeah, come record in SoundShape, boys. I love it. I keep catching you out. Yeah, we just discovered Puzzle's also going to be one of the Record Store Day releases.
Yep, that's pretty
And
cool. It's been announced.
Frank, I want to say Aero, formerly of My Chemical Romance, is doing Love Music.
Really?
He's one of the artists popping in.
What? In Glasgow? Or?
Yeah, in
That'd be
Glasgow.
amazing, man. That'd
That's
be really
pretty
good.
cool.
That's really cool, aye.
That'll be all the emo kids satisfied.
Last one I went to see actually in there
Sexually
was, I think
and
it was still
musically.
Avalanche, and it was Union and Knives done a set in there. It was awesome. It was fucking ram.
They did more stuff in there when it was Avalanche, actually.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I think when it was like Love Film, like Love Film? Yeah, Love Film.
Yeah, love film.
Yeah.
Love film and love music.
but over
Amazon Prime Music.
That was the Prime Music. But it was Love Music had
Other online
Twin, I think,
film
Twin Atlantic
distributors
done
are
a gig.
also available.
Someone else did a gig as well. I think it would have been a band called, what are they called? The kind of rock band, Glasgow, United Fruit.
All right.
I
Cool.
think they played in there.
I would never have got
in the
that from
last
that.
year.
Not
No,
gonna lie to you.
I was trying.
That was like
I was
fucking-
going to try and do a few more guesses, and I was like, I'll get the name before
It was
I
like
fit.
eating a banana in the dark.
Fruit
That's
of
what it was, man.
Fruit of the Loom. Oh,
Fruit of the
United
Loom.
Fruit. Who's that Glasgow band? Oh, United Fruit. Aye, them. Glasgow band.
You know, the ones that have t-shirts, like, nowhere near named after them.
Oh, for f***'s sake.
Oh, cunting funting.
Come in.
Hello. Didn't even mean that.
Yeah.
It's just broken now.
We have sound effects and we're not afraid to use it.
Aye. You hear that, bitches?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you missed a swear, for fuck's sake.
Beep.
That was broken.
It just sounds like my brain when I'm listening to stupid people speak.
It just sounds like we should be saying, and we apologise for the technical difficulties you've been experiencing.
Aye.
Jesus. So there you go.
Aye. So, Kurt Cobain, 21 years dead.
Yep.
Still relevant? Or
Francis
is it-
Bean Cobain, 23 years old.
That is much more relevant.
23 in August, we found
23
out.
in
We
August, sorry.
stalked her earlier.
22 years old.
Down the street in your mouth.
I think, like, it was quite
And you're
interesting.
going in your mouth.
Because she's the executive producer on the Kurt Cobain film that's coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
Might
really
actually,
love-
Montage
That
of
looks
Heck.
great, man.
I think it
Montage
looks-
of Heck.
It's
That
gonna
should be my next movie night.
that should be a good one
That'd
to
be
watch
cool.
in here.
Yeah,
but
for that.
she last week said, I don't particularly like Nirvana. She's
She's
more
totally
into...
entitled to say this. People
Oh,
are
yeah, of course she is.
She'll also have a fucking stigma, like she'll just
She
not
literally
sick of it.
broke the fucking internet by saying that though. It was
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like,
Kelly Brook tried today by taking off her clothes, but
I wouldn't have broken internet. I'd have broke my fucking cock, but no man, internet.
I'll send you a link, don't worry.
Have you really?
Oh,
I love you.
I will do, though.
Thanks, man. That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Anyone else who wants it, email us at nhcpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, throw your free porn needs. Yeah.
Montage of Heck, though, the trailer looks pretty. Oh, it's going to be a ripping thing.
I think it's pretty harsh, isn't it?
The only, as it says, this is the only time you're ever going to really meet Kurt Cobain. This
Yeah.
is
Well, I
it.
think
You don't know anything about him until now.
I was going to say, a lot of the stuff about him obviously skirts over. You either have it one of two ways. One, he's a genius.
Nah,
who's
he's
a wee
a
bit
troubled
flawed,
young
or,
man.
the other one is you have a chronic heroin user. Who,
There's a thing, though. Well, that's exactly my point I'm going to make.
He's really
there's a
ill,
thing
though. He's
about
really
people that are heroin addicts, fucking crazy junkie guys that are troubled geniuses. Pete Doherty. I never bought that.
Amy Winehouse? Nah.
Exactly. What is it about? Oh, if you're a junkie, no. Let's make it sound good. Let's call him a troubled genius.
Yeah. I mean, Junkie Chic's got to have some kind of ring to it, eh?
I think in a lot of ways,
You
it's
see-
just,
you see
Idiot
it-
savants.
Aye. You see them in the street, they're scum, but if they're selling records, they're tortured souls.
aye.
It's kind of my point.
Because it's kind of it's valid.
Because I suppose a lot...
Validation.
Yeah.
Validation for their habit is. But look, they're touching people. Not like that. None of them as are yet.
Take that, Courtney Love.
Celebrity beasts. And the best thing about Anthony was his
Oh.
little movements there.
If only we were being...
Take that. Take that.
That was Morse code for, and you'll enjoy it.
Fucking hell.
Aye, I suppose that's the thing, though, is we have to justify liking a junkie in our heads, so it's, they're a genius. And so you can make a distinction, sorry, between that person.
Well, junkie's obviously derogatory, so you wouldn't be a fan of somebody's music and call him a junkie, because then you're like, well, why the fuck are you listening to a junkie? You know what I mean? So you go, but he's a genius, he's just troubled, that's it, he's got issues and stuff, but he's a really good
The
guy.
problem is that you can get down the route as well. It's a society thing, because at the end of the day, if you see something
sickness in some
absolutely
people's-
fucked in their heads, yeah, it's exactly that. It is a sickness and illness, right? But what people don't understand is as well is it's acceptable to call somebody in the street scum, and like you were saying, James, like, oh, look at that guy, he's a
Aye.
fucking mess, a
Yeah.
waste of space. But if you're on my TV and
you're
you're doing
suddenly
it, then it's
acceptable.
completely acceptable. It's just, what's he like? What's he like?
You can afford
Do you know what I mean?
that.
It's a fucking boy's a mess and he needs help. But the problem is though, when you've got people telling you, you're the best thing since fucking,
Yeah.
best thing since
And Dave
Nirvana.
Grohl saying, I've wrote this
You know,
song,
and-
can we use it, please?
Kinda, yeah. But you're surrounding yourself with yes men.
Oh, aye.
You know what I'm saying? And if you've got an issue, if you've got a problem,
It's never a good idea to do that.
so you're surrounding yourself with yes men. You've got a problem with substance abuse. Things are going to go bad for you. It's as simple as
Oh,
that.
aye,
It's going to
definitely.
go bad for
Well,
work,
'cause the
especially
thing
if you're in the
is,
limelight.
you've got-
or even if you're running a company, for instance.
Aye.
It doesn't matter what he is.
But
You just
aye.
got to be really careful, man, because this shit just hits the fan in a big way, man.
Old
don't
people
realise
get
it.
involved, and it
Yeah,
really
and it
fucks shit
you
up.
But
Totally,
I
man.
suppose if...
Oh, you're yes man. Tell me, man.
if you're
Bad,
a
bad
record
shit.
company or something like that,
So bad.
you're not going to care about his well-being. You're wanting another Nirvana
Yeah,
album,
you just
aren't
want. No, you're wanting your next.
As a record company, you're
As a
wanting the
record
next
company,
Nirvana album.
just as a company, you just want to see the next thing and bleed that person dry. It's as simple as that. That's the industry. That's the business.
Literally.
Literally, it really is, and it's fucking
you
horrible.
got your cock out in public? Oh, it doesn't matter.
That's okay. We'll put it down to
Colin doing
a
that
bit of fun.
again. What's he at? What's he like?
I know, and he's
Stop
like
getting it
I
out.
know he's not even a trouble genius. He's just a moron. But yeah, so yeah,
the film will be
that's
interesting.
my point. Sorry, I
definitely.
got to be a bit serious there, guys. But I think it's quite a relevant thing for our times.
Irrelevant or irrelevant thing?
A bit of both.
A bit of both. But I mean, 21 years,
Frivolous
doesn't that make you feel old?
makes me feel even older.
Aye,
I was
I
your
mean-
age when he died. That's 43 when he died. No, genuinely, it's kind of weird.
If any of our
because-
listeners know of Colin's real age, answers on a postcard to
I fucking don't know. I'm so old that I don't remember.
There we go. That's the address. I'll type it in Morse code.
Because it's the only...
Breakfast!
Breakfast! It's the only language I speak. So, yeah. I remember it really, really well, actually. It was kind of worrying how well I remember it, because it was like one of those sort of moments, like, I thought my parents were taking the piss. It was... Because my dad took great pleasure in telling me.
When I was,
I was
only-
all excited
I was
going.
9, I was nearly 10, and I wasn't
The stoner
really
was
into
a bit
them.
much so.
Stunner was always a bit much. but,
Difficult
you know.
masturbation day, that one.
Yeah, definitely a fucking challenge, Mike.
Masturbatory.
But
Well, that
dad
was the
always
same.
manages, but he always manages.
I mean, that's what a crazy year for Scottish music, because I'm on Scottish. If you're a music fan,
Yep.
because that happened. It's quite near the end, start of the year, April. And then you had Oasis coming
Oasis,
out
yep.
that same week. Obviously, the first Tea in the Park happened that year. '94 was a big year
And the
for
last
stuff.
one happened last year at the Sound of
I know
Things.
the last one.
Do you know what's really fucked up? The '94 thing as well. I always felt as if that was the kind of end of grunge, as in a way as well. For me anyway, I kind of seen it go.
It's all your fours, man.
And I-
'84 was big. '84.
Yeah. I mean, 24 for a lot of people.
Well, there's not a lot of people born
No,
in 24. My dad was born in 1937, so
That's
he's
fucking nuts. You keep telling me that. It's
mental.
That's fucks my head.
How's this for a crazy thing? Just to point out,
You going to tell the
it
Beatles
is-
story thing?
It is musical. It's not.
That was really cool. You
It's
should
not
tell
beautiful.
that.
Well, it's a good point. Actually, my dad was like fucking
The fifth Beatle.
like 18 when the Beatles came out. But the point I was going to make is, in fact, no, he was actually in his 20s. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Fuck, he was about 25. But he told me this story recently. I'd never heard this before. He was talking about one of his first ever gigs, and it was in 1955, right?
Okay.
Wow.
That's my dad played his first gig. Maybe 54. He can't even remember because he was like 17. So he reckons he might have been playing gigs for a couple of years. That's one of the ones he remembers. And this is the way
Does
he
he
put
want
it.
to hear a joke about
This-
Alzheimer's?
well, that's the thing. If there's one person that doesn't have that, that's my dad. He can. It's unbelievable, right? But he said.
After those 2 years,
the way-
gigging, it's not
The way I know this
he's
didn't really happen. You know,
Apart from
he,
aliens,
he made it up.
Fucked about with him.
But he remembers mentioning. He mentions that he remembers at that time you didn't know about electric guitars. They weren't a thing you could see. It was like a fabled thing. You heard about an electric
Aye.
guitar in
Like people
1955.
smiling in photographs.
Well, pretty much, yeah. Just got to sit for another 5 hours. Just nearly there, and you can move.
Well,
but I
yeah.
mean, he said it was like so like. It was like, I've seen an electric guitar once,
Aye.
that kind of chat. So they were playing a gig, and he was playing violin. And it was a country band or something. He'd been playing jazz after that country. He said it was a shit band he was in. It was terrible. Bunch of schoolboys. They were basically hired for this gig at a town hall thing. And he reckoned, I wonder if I can make my violin louder to make it actually cut through in this big dance hall. No amps. I mean, amps were unheard of for a thing like that. So he's like, I've heard of the concept of it. So he himself built this fucking thing where he went and bought an amplifier, which was like the tiniest, shittiest thing you could buy, but it was still a rare thing to get.
Take a mic to it.
You had to basically buy it and put it together. You couldn't buy them,
Yeah.
ready made, because they were only like, they weren't even, nobody used them, so they weren't going to make them in
about 6
in
parts
mass. Exactly. I mean,
Aye.
but it's tiny. I mean, it would basically power a speaker the size of like your phone. It was a small thing, but he had a speaker that was about the size of there you go, an iPad. It was about that kind of size, like a book. So he already had this speaker, and he thought, I wonder if I turn my headphones round, break off one of them, use it as a microphone. He placed it under the bridge of the violin.
Oh, wow.
He wired it into the
Basically
speaker.
made his own pickup?
Made his own pickup. Nobody was doing this. And bear in mind, this was like...
So your dad
this was-
invented rock and roll?
Well, he kind of
Is that what
invented...
you're telling us?
He invented rock and roll over these sides. He said
I mean-
he went on stage that night and he basically plucked the string of that violin and everybody's head turned.
Shat themselves.
Because they could not believe... Do you know what I mean? It's like, now you'd be like, well, whatever. You'd hear noises coming from everywhere, like speakers.
Yeah, totally.
It was unheard of. And I was like, Dad, you're telling that story like it's the most blasé thing ever.
Yeah, you're like fucking blown away with the whole
Aye,
line.
I know.
Totally,
But like
aye.
you invented that. Like here, nobody was. You didn't know anyone doing that. So like you more or less plucked that idea out of your brain. Just I wonder if this will work. Oh, it does. Cool. And he put it in a suitcase. He made his own little suitcase setup, so you could put the speaker and the pickup and the violin in one
That's
bag.
cool as fuck.
And you're like, folk do that now, and it's amazing to them. 1955, he was doing that. Blows my mind. So that was mental, innit?
So that's
Nuts,
going to be
innit?
about the same kind of time as it Rock Around the Clock, and that was one of the first kind of mainstream
See, that's,
songs.
that's when electric guitars in America
Yeah.
started to get big. And that's what he said. Over here, you couldn't walk
Oh, yeah,
into...
50s
there was
rock and
no
roll,
music
eh?
shops here that sold electric guitars, or if they did, they
Was
were
it
like
import?
very, very
I was gonna say,
expensive
electric
imports.
guitars were still kind of a big deal in the 60s in Britain.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Of course. Oh yeah,
Wasn't
it
it
wasn't
your
like
shadows and things like
Aye, I
that.
mean,
That was when the electric guitar really took off.
You couldn't go around, your mate's house and someone would just have a guitar kicking about. It wasn't like that in those
yeah.
days. An instrument was a big fucking deal to have. So yeah,
Listen,
it's
I'll be
weird,
honest
man.
with you, it wasn't like that. I remember being younger as well, and it wasn't like that then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a kind of, you play in a band? What?
I know guitars now you can get them
just-
for fucking 10 quid.
Yeah, but like
off
at
Gumtree.
the
Do you know
time,
what I mean?
I remember like kind of it was a big deal that I had an acoustic sitting in my room. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But my family are quite musical and stuff anyway, so like there's always been some stuff kicking about and like pianos and just things. You know what I mean? Like about my grands and things. So like, it was always something there, but. Like to have an instrument of your own was just like a fucking what? Like,
I know, it's kinda
your parents
it's
are
a
going,
strange
What
thing.
do you mean you're not kicking a ball about? I don't give a fuck about that. Like what? But yeah. It's
So there you
fucked up,
go.
man. It's funny how things change, isn't it?
Oh, no,
For the better, mate.
It's
For
almost
the better.
it's almost
oh,
too-
you say that, but I mean, Freddos are 25 pence now.
This is true, man.
inflation is bad.
I mean,
okay.
It's,
10
it's,
pence, Chris, or 15 pence.
aye,
now?
it's a
Fuck's
clear
that?
sign of my.
10p mixtures of 15
Aye.
pence.
Do you like that?
It's a sign of my economic understanding when it's based on flumps and Freddos. I appreciate, but
I'll tell you when it's fucked
These
up.
are this is like children currency though.
Yeah.
That's how children realise. They kind of go, well, a Freddo's 10p, a 10p mixture, that you look at it and go, that's what I physically see as 10 pence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can
That's
equate
what I
that.
still see it.
Exactly. So when I look at that and go, 25p, no.
What the fuck?
I tell you
I
what-
should have 2.5
tell you what
Freddos.
fucks me up, right?
Blair.
No, it really fucks me off, right? And this is still
New
does my
labour.
tits in. Paying over like £1 for a single beer in Tesco's and things like that. That drives me nuts.
Aye, I know what you mean.
That drives me mental. I remember and it was over £1. You're like, what the fuck off? I'm drinking that. I'm not
Sorry.
drinking posh shit. But now it's like your average beer is like £1.19 or something like that, £1.
Oh, if you're lucky.
fuck.
If you're lucky.
No, if you break down a crate, even, do you know what I mean? It's still,
if you break a
you're
crate
still,
down,
you're still kind of like, fuck, that's £1 a drink. Do you know what I mean?
It used to be you'd buy a 24 pack because that.
Oh, Glasgow, 99 pence beers now.
No, but
Like,
see in
fuck's
America,
sake.
they
And a bar?
you can still get a 24 crate of beer
Yeah.
for about $17, and you break it down and go, shit, that's quite cheap actually.
Aye.
But they complain that that's expensive now because they used to get 24 packs for like $10.
I
and you're
read
like,
a really interesting
fucking
thing.
hell, guys.
It was
And they blame Obama for it.
I've read a
course
really
they blame
interesting
Obama
thing
for it.
talking about like see like how like it's like people are cracking up. It's like they're talking about paying like I think it's 20 pence or something per unit, however it is, something like that anyway. To like
That's a cheap prostitute.
so you know what I mean? Like aye,
How many
But-
units would you like from
Right.
Prostibot?
business prostitute.
Prostibot. I have broke that story completely by saying that.
You know, I was fucking
Whoops.
frosty bot.
I don't know if they still.
I was saying sorry before I did it.
On you go, finish that.
Bottle of wine, right?
Right.
Is £2.50 goes in tax from each bottle of wine sold in the UK. That's insane. No matter where it is, that's nuts. And people are complaining about beer and cider. You're like, fucking $2.50. I think
On the bright
that's
side,
basically
then-
half a bottle of wine. Basically, the profit from that is automatically goes to.
Aye.
You're
aye.
like, that is fucked, man. That worries me. That's not right.
And where's this tax going, children? Where is it going?
No,
Paedophile
hiding
cover-up.
the fucking. That's what I was going to say. Hiding the bodies. That's what it is.
Tesco used to do. I don't know if they still do it. It's like beer special or something like that.
You
There's
can get
about 10
beer
of them
from
for
other
£3.
supermarket chains as well, by the way.
Oh, aye.
Yeah,
But I'm just
fucking
thinking that used to
Tesco
be-
cast.
That was like you get a 10 wee stubbies for £3, and it was like rip off Stella.
There's a joke there about wee stubbies.
Beautiful.
I was going to say, aye.
Sorry,
I have 10 of them for Prosper.
Prostibot fucking approves of your stubby.
but I mean the thing is, you're right though. I mean, if you go to places like B&M, you can buy
Yeah.
the same
Exact
bottle
same,
of beer.
exact
So
same.
you kind of go,
For half
what
price,
are you
literally half
doing?
price.
Yeah.
Was it Innocent Gun? We're talking about it week ago.
Aye.
I brought a bunch of them.
Well, that's about 119 in B&M, and it's
Yeah.
like 160 or 125.
The big bottle sure as well, like fucking.
Aye, aye. Oh, you're right.
£1,
aye.
and you're
Yep.
like, fucking hell, man.
Once SoundShape Brews takes over, we'll be fine.
SoundShape Brewers.
Yep, definitely, man, it's happening. So, yeah, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're
Love
talking
the beer.
about. He did love the beer.
Hated
Well, in fact, you know
Freddo.
what?
Aye.
You'd never really think of him as much of an alcoholic guy.
Maybe like shot himself because he heard Freddos were going up in price.
It's starting.
It's a fair point.
Starts
It's a fair
20 years ago.
I've only got $1.
Maybe he
Won't
just
be able
couldn't
to get 10
afford
anymore.
Maybe he just couldn't afford prostate.
He wouldn't anyway because of the inflation, and not inflation, the exchange rate.
Oh, you're right. You
Think
probably
it-
get about 20 because the dollar was riding high in the 1990s.
Somebody was saying to me.
It was very. It's
what
more
was
than
it
double.
Somebody said to me the other day there in the shop. It was we'll talk about something.
Have you seen my kid?
No, it was like it was like a parent was buying their kid whatever it was, fucking
Dildos
jeans
and
or some
condoms.
stupid shit. I know, but in
Dildos, condoms and Prostibot.
paying off Prostibot, and
That's a new thing.
It was really. I definitely this is happening. Isn't it? Hashtag prostate ball.
We will build this.
If you build it, they will come.
Yes! What's that?
That's a tagline.
There we go! What was that film? Weird Science. Remember
Science?
Weird Science? They build the fucking robot woman. Like fucking
Prostate
Oh
bots.
my god. Amazing.
Yeah, so she was saying like, yeah, you know what it's like. And I was like, buying something. I was like, oh, that's really good, like a 10 or whatever. She's like, well, that's like a 5 on now. And I actually think I was like, it kind of is. It's like people spend £20.
Yes,
they
yes,
spend
yes.
a 10 now. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you take £20,
do you want to know?
it's like
Do you want to know
a
what's really scary? I did this online. You know,
Joke about Alzheimer's?
you know, do you want to hear a joke about?
Prosybot.
I'm on a highway to somewhere.
That
Aye.
really broke me the other day.
There's memes flying about. I'm creating memes like there's no tomorrow. And happy sibling day, everyone. And
Do you know that? On Saturday, you pretty much were trending.
well, more or less.
That really? Because I was kind of like, I know where it started. And
I can't believe even after all that, people still
people
get it wrong.
are still like, no, it was no.
We got to the bottom of it. Me and my girlfriend, we figured this out, why people are getting it wrong. Everyone uses that fucking time hop thing now, right? So they were seeing the time hops from the year before,
So
and they're seeing that they made the mistake last year, forgetting that it was wrong, going, oh, happy sibling day, and then going,
Oh fuck!
that's it.
So what you're saying is Facebook is filled with morons.
But yeah, well,
No,
the
what is-
world is.
No, yeah, Fritzel.
Oh,
Fritzel
yes.
picture.
That broke the internet for me. That was just
That's me enough. That's too much internet for today.
happy fucking sibling day. It's a picture of
Just like
Fritzel
him.
smiling, eating a fucking rib.
On that note, if everyone's seen that picture that's a different angle of it. It's a different picture from the same day,
Yeah.
I think. The one that was really famous was the one where it was the WWF World's Greatest Dad.
Hulk Hogan.
Now, just recently, Hulk Hogan got caught out by that. The same way that, who was it? Was it Donald Trump a few weeks ago?
Trump,
he
yeah.
was caught out by the
Hogan gets caught out in these every 3 months.
he does,
to be fair.
but that was genius, though.
Trump get caught out with Fred West, wasn't it?
Fred West,
for,
the Hogan
Happy
one was
Father's Day,
Happy
the best dad in
Father's
the
Day.
world.
Yeah. It was Father's Day, but it was amazing.
Brilliant,
Hogan
man.
thought it was like, my grandpa is so ill, but he still tries to make it along to every wrestling show. Please retweet this for him, and Hogan retweeted the world's greatest.
Fritzel, like, world's
Amazing.
greatest serial killing lunatic.
Fair enough, he might not have been like out the loop.
Yeah,
he's
but-
he's at the loop of fucking reality anyway. But
Amen, brother.
still,
He's a real
that's
American.
that's the good thing though about Twitter. That's why it's been such a bad thing for celebrities, because
Aye.
they deal
He's
with
got
it. They don't have what some of them might, like Justin Bieber. I don't think he does it himself, but like all
I think
celebrities.
he doesn't have to do it himself ever.
He's funding Prostybot.
Prunding Frostybot.
Frostybot.
Frostybot, aye.
What I was going to say was
Dispenses beers.
when I was looking
Gives
at
you a digi.
the online thing I was going to say about to make you realise how scary inflation is. There's a thing where you can actually put in the year, like you can put in £1,000 of 2015 money, and it'll do an instant calculation to let you know how much that was in like 1980, and it is
About 100,000.
frightening. It might not even be that far off. That's the scary thing. It's bad, man. So like, if you have the wealth of £1,000 on you now, it was the equivalent in 1980 of having like 4,000.
Well,
That's how scary it is.
At the very start of the 80s, though, we were in proper recession.
Sorry, wrong way around. Other way around. It was other way around. So like, if you had like 4,000 in 1980,
It's like
it's
1,000
about
now.
the same as having 1,000 now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite scary.
That's interesting. On the slight topic of America, Hillary Clinton's running.
Just
Down,
scared or-
down the street.
I think
Naked.
Bill's going to be the best.
streaking!
Bill's going to be the best first lady ever. Imagine him
Do you know what?
sitting drunk in a White House paddling pool naked as
Oh,
he
I'm
was
going to play
born.
my saxophone.
Hey, where we leave the condoms, huh?
What is it he says?
Hey, honey,
What's that Simpson where it's like, hey, Bill, knock it off. Never. And he's like outside
Never.
playing the saxophone like
He
down
says
the
something
street.
like, I regret nothing along those lines.
Aye.
It's just like fucking brilliant.
He's superb. Family Guy, Simpsons, all the funnies.
All the funnies, yeah.
Even like about 5 years ago, there was a North Korea had basically held an American journalist captive. Big Bill rocks off the plane and fixes it all, just like it was a casual Saturday for him.
Exactly.
It probably was.
But I want to say one thing to the American people.
I did not.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not
That's sick.
have sexual relations with that woman.
You're a liar.
No.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
You're a liar, Bill. You're a stinking liar.
You're a liar.
He had to have sex with Hillary. Otherwise, where did Chelsea come from?
Well, yeah, that's funny.
That's true.
Lol. What are we doing here? The
I
joke.
have no
Where-
idea.
where is the
sorry.
joke?
The joke isn't working.
Yeah, was the whole thing with Monica? Sorry, Lewinsky.
Yeah, well, that's obviously that's what he was talking about there. Yeah.
Is that not? Was the whole thing with him that he not?
See, every time somebody says Monica Lewinsky, I just think, I don't know why, I always think a German guy with a monocle.
Okay.
Just 'cause
just a little insight into Colin's
just
brain
pops in
there.
my head.
Was the whole thing with him not?
It kind of sounds a bit like monocle, so monocle.
Got you,
monocle,
got
yeah.
you.
He came
Don't
in
know
her,
why, just
he
Monica
came in her
Lewinsky.
ear or something like that. Was that not the whole thing?
Like, it was on a dress.
Aye, but like,
It probably did come in her
because
ear.
that was the whole Family Guy thing about see when Meg's part of the
The
group,
ear.
the fucking ear, and that was supposed to be a dig at Clinton with
Aye.
Lewinsky.
Like, it dripped.
Mm.
Get some grease.
I'm breaking mirrors, falling out of bars, 'cause I don't feel right. It's anarchy for beginners, underneath the stars, stay up all night long. It's been raining since I left here, I'm drowning in the flood. Didn't ease sleeping, I got you in my blood. I'd walk a million miles for you. I'd walk a million miles for you. One of these days I've been walking backwards, walking into walls, 'cause I don't feel right. No one knows what's after, everybody falls, and then you're on your own. It's been raining since I left here, drowning in the flood. I didn't ease sleeping, I got you in my blood. I'd walk a million miles for you. I'd walk a million miles for you. One of these days. I'd walk a million miles for you. I'd walk a million miles for you. Yeah, one of these I'm breaking mirrors, falling out of bars, 'cause I don't feel right. It's anarchy for beginners, underneath the stars, and stay up all night long.
From a safe
Get some
distance,
grace.
obviously.
From a safe distance.
Do you
In
know
joke.
what terrifies me is the fact that he was probably one of their best presidents.
Oh, aye, but that's what
And
it's
it
defined
ruined him,
by.
and
I know,
what
and
defined
that's
by.
the
Like,
only thing you remember.
It's the
yeah.
only time I think in their history that they weren't in the red
He had the,
as well.
But
They
did
were in
not have
black.
the biggest economic turnaround in a generation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is that
They were in
right? Is
black
that
for-
right? Okay.
they were in black for the first time ever.
Lowest rate of unemployment in 35 years
Yeah,
in
yeah, guy
America
was
and
brilliant.
stuff like that.
It was really, really good.
He brought in a lot of diversity programs and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
he was a really good. He's a really good president.
And
Just
he
a shame.
fucked an
that-
intern.
Do you know what though? And then he went to war trying to fucking get away from the whole sex thing as well, which is kind of scary.
Was it the sex thing they were going to impeach him for, or was it?
No,
war?
it was the sex thing and basically lying
The
to
sexy
Congress.
war.
You can't lie to Congress.
sexy war.
They frown on it. You can lie to Congress. You just can't lie
caught.
and get caught.
Monica Lewinsky was fucking hot though. Jesus.
Aye, she was a bit dirty, wasn't she?
Wow, she looked.
Fine.
I've never
For a
actually-
Jimmy guy with a monocle, she was alright.
She's not bad. Yeah, she was sheer filth. Size of those tits. She actually got like underwear shoots and stuff. That's crazy.
Really?
Oh, I mean, she was massively famous as a result of that. I think she still gets gigs from it.
Aye, she'll get my gig.
Oh, I'd cross.
She'll
her
get my
ballot.
whole worldly gig.
Worldly gig.
Yes. Aye.
That ballot would be supremely spoiled.
That must be quite recently as well. She must have been like a
80.
child back then. That was 20 years ago.
I tip my monocle to you, my good man. Do
Oh god.
Well played, Bill. Well played, sir.
you know what? Fair play to him.
When I was
Fucking misses is like a.
Then
What-
again,
what
do you
year
think,
was that? I think it was just after
even
that.
as an ex-president, because he has to get called Mr. President
Misses
everywhere
looks
he
like a
goes.
fucking
Do you
haunted
think he gets like,
warehouse.
lots of tail?
Probably.
I reckon he does all right.
who?
Bill
Oh, I'm sure he probably
seems
does.
like a cool guy,
Bill.
and everywhere he goes, he gets called Mr. President. I mean, I'd consider sleeping with him for that alone.
I make my missus call my cock, Mr. President.
And we're entering Congress.
Do you know, I was just thinking there, this is funny that I confused these. I was thinking the court case for that with Bill and Monica Lewinsky happened when I was in Florida in 1995, but I'm confusing it
No,
with the court.
he was president until 98, wasn't he? So it was
Well, no, it
96,
happened.
97.
It actually happened in 1995. Between then and 1997, but between November 95, so I'm thinking, shit, that's put it out of the books. And now I've remembered it was actually the court case of
OJ.
OJ. It was OJ. Like, how the fuck did I confuse those? Because when we were there for 3 weeks in Florida, I remember it was the only thing on TV. It literally consumed America. That it was insane. So it was kind of shite as a wee kid watching TV in Florida at that time
It's funny
because
how
there's
they're,
nothing
like-
on but that.
Not much has changed in America. They're still racist fucks.
Oh yes, racist corner.
Yeah.
Just
Racist corner.
Ferguson and that is still kind of raging on quite quietly and not covered at all by the media.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, that was my serious point.
No, it really was. I was just like, was somebody else going to say something?
I was saying none. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, you dig that hole.
Yeah, you dig up the way, pal.
Dig up the way. Oh, dogs can't look up.
Can't.
I've completely forgot there's something else. I was
Yes,
my head
something
to talk
else.
about this week. The vinyls are now got their own chart, and it looks like Noel
That's
Gallagher
right.
is going to be the first number one.
So this is
Well,
like.
this touches on something we mentioned a while ago, though. I said I'd read somewhere that they reckon that his album would be as big, if not bigger, than the release of Definitely Maybe back then. So if it was released,
Seriously?
For the
Yeah.
fact that
it's absolutely huge. This album, but because of downloads and different things, it's just been swept under the carpet almost, which is a real shame because it's. Well, I've heard of it. It's a really good album.
Oh, the new one's really cool. Yeah.
I'm not keen. I wasn't really keen on his last album. I think it was that good, but it's kind of more of the same. It felt like, but yeah, I'm liking what I'm hearing. So yeah,
do you think though, like the first album was maybe stuff he wrote with Oasis in mind, whereas now
I think it's hard to.
Well, no,
for a solo artist to come into his
No,
own.
the thing is, I can't think what song it is offhand. Some of the songs that are on the new one even they're actually some of the bits and pieces of songs that he had.
No, I did
Right.
read that.
years
It
ago.
was
The
kinda,
first album as well, there were some songs that I'd even heard as demos in
As
the
Oasis.
late 90s. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, no, he's obviously writing a lot of tunes, but he is still thinking, do you know what? If that's a good song and I like it,
it doesn't matter.
I might as well rehash it. It's fair
Exactly,
play.
why not?
But a lot of it is brand
to be
new,
honest,
of
we've all
course.
done it though. We've always done a bit of a song. And go, I can't get anything to work with. Then all of a sudden, something clicks. Maybe a couple of years later, you go, fuck, I've got a bit. That works.
But here's the
Like,
thing you're
that
saying.
happens.
If this is what happened with his vinyls, here we go. It's a record vinyl sales to hit 2 million this year as Noel Gallagher tops the weekly chart of album purchases. Now, here's the thing. And that was today, actually, so that's right up to date as well. And that's the thing about
Oh, but can be
The-
current from time to time.
The stuff we are very current stuff that's out now that he's just released in that album.
Yep.
There's one song in particular that leaked online as a pretty damn good bootleg from, I think it was a sound check at some gig somewhere, and it became known as, I think somebody just took a lyric and thought, oh, that's the name of the song, prominent lyric in it, and it's not. I think it's actually maybe the first single he's brought out, and basically, if this is still how popular something can get, that video since in fact it was 2012 actually that
Right, yeah.
video
So
that came out,
well, it was to the
it's
first
got
album,
millions of views. So you're kind of thinking people are still buying it even though they know these some of them will know these
course they
songs.
are.
So that doesn't really hurt too much.
No.
People say it
It kind of restores your faith a little bit, doesn't it?
does a wee bit 'cause
Yeah,
you think, well,
I get that.
so what
That's
if
what I
things
get
leak?
from it.
I mean, I know it's a live video, it's a fucking good one though. It's a
Aye.
very good recording of it.
Yeah,
so
it's
like
a good performance as well, to be fair.
aye, so I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
it's funny that
What happened
I think it's
though,
cool, man.
like, because when he announced Noel Gallagher and High Flying Birds, he kind of said that he had a second album but under a completely different sort of genre and project, and that never really came to fruition at all.
I think he just was snowed under.
maybe he's just going to put a surprise attack out there.
Maybe,
Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me.
Just say fuck
See,
it.
like,
Oh, by the
what
way,
have I done there?
I've got this as well.
It's more of an
Because
attack.
I have it in my head he said it was going to be a wee
Beep.
bit more.
Beep.
I had it in my head
Sorry.
like he was going to say it was going to be a wee bit more electronic or something like that, but obviously kind of never happened because it would have been huge.
He's always toyed with that though. Since he did. Remember that tune he done with the Chemical Brothers in the 90s? It was called "How Does It Feel?" I think it was called.
Right.
How does it feel? And there was also, was it something about Rising Sun?
Aye.
There was another Chemical Brothers
I've
tune.
actually got.
It was really
I've
good
got
tune
those
actually.
singles.
Chemical
Fuck
Brothers, they had a lot of good stuff actually.
Yeah. Yeah, they released some good stuff.
In fact,
God,
I think they headlined possibly like the second stage one of the teaser went to.
If you ever get a chance, go
and
and see them live. Chemical
Oh,
Brothers
aye.
are brilliant live. Really good live. Always kind of pull something out. It's pretty cool, pretty special.
One of those things that kind of timeless because you don't really think of them as who they are.
Yeah.
They're kind of like Daft Punk in
I
that
was
way.
gonna say,
I mean, they do show their faces. Obviously, they're very
Them
known,
sort
but
of Daft Punk Prodigy bands of that kind of ilk, they could sort of seamlessly fit into a different era.
Oh yeah.
there'll be somebody's new band and they'll feel new to someone every year.
Aye.
Whereas,
I remember
whereas a
Prodigy and Foo Fighters doing a co-headline gig at the SCCC.
What?
And, and
When was that?
In
2000.
I've got a funny feeling we've actually talked about this
Yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah. I'll tell you
was
what.
not in
Wanna hear a
Europe
joke?
at the time.
Dave Grohl played drums for the Prodigy on it. It was
Aye.
fucking epic. He would only play a few songs, but give us a fuck. I seen Dave Grohl
Aye.
playing Prodigy.
He
It was
played,
pretty immense.
he
Jesus.
played half of Invaders Must Die as well. We recorded that album with him.
There you go. So, aye. Because they're pals, I know that.
Holy shit.
I know.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit!
suppose talking about headliners
My
and stuff
mind
like
has
that,
been blown, yeah? What?
Coachella is happening just now.
Hey! What a segue.
Aye.
I've heard nothing from it apart
well-
from literally the same as you, Royal Blood thing.
Aye, Rob Blood have been posting that a lot.
Yeah.
I was just that figuring
Right,
it out. I
that's
saw.
Yeah.
Shite sound mix, by the way. Whoever done that? If you listen to this, which you won't,
Well, like
that was shite.
Headliners are kind of
But we're going to
strange.
find you and fix it. What's that?
Headliners are kind of strange because Coachella's got that sort of vibe of being the cool American festival. AC/DC are one of the headliners.
That's cool for me, man. I mean, they don't know that though. They think
they don't know that.
Where are we? A highway to somewhere.
What's all this sand? Is this Tatooine?
Tatooine. Oh God!
Oh, actually, some random news about Star Wars. The whole thing.
Who says we can't do tangents in here?
Yeah, the Tatooine apparently has been taken over by ISIS.
Did I just
Aye.
There you
piss
go.
myself here?
Aye, they kind of said they can't do any tourism there at
Yeah,
all.
it's not
just now.
happening now because it's fucking nuts. But,
Where what?
pretty much like, Tatooine, it's in Tunisia. It's been taken over by ISIS.
Got
It's
you.
Like it's fucking.
They better not fuck it up.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It's like, no, don't fuck it up, man.
I kind of hope they do, and then it's like Alderaan there.
Ha! This guy
Ha ha.
in Alderaan places, yeah.
Oh, nice.
That guy. What's his name?
It was fucking
But-
terrible.
Hugh McGregor. That guy. Him.
Oh,
I
aye,
made
him.
him.
That documentary he done with the bike thing where it was a long way round.
I
or
quite like
whatever.
that.
It was fantastic. But during that, they actually go through there and they actually visits
Yeah.
there. And what was quite funny, obviously he wasn't directly part of the filming there, but like,
Because it would have been green screen by the time he was doing
aye.
it.
But
Aye, I know.
he,
Tatooine is
goes to
nothing but
visit because
green.
he's like, oh, I've never been to this. This is really interesting. This is really cool. And there was a fan there. There was a girl, and
Yeah.
the funny thing was, she had like a rucksack with her, and she actually pulled out like, what was that cheesy video film he done? It was like something in love. It was called
Shakespeare? No, that's
no
he did
something
Moulin
similar.
Rouge,
It's a
didn't he?
pure rom-com, horrible, cheesy film from like maybe 2000. And
Wait, is it the one? It's like it's kind of, it's really funny or it's odd.
it's a rom-com.
Life Less Ordinary.
No, it's not that one.
That's a bright film.
It's a proper cheesy film that he
Is
done.
it one of the many films he gets his fucking walloper out?
Oh, maybe.
He does that a lot, man.
Does he, aye?
Aye, man. Fucking Star Wars is fucked.
Aye.
Weird, man.
Show me your lightsaber. Yum, yum. Oh, that's horrible. Yum, yum.
Me's are gonna suck it, yeah?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Prosty bot with a Jar Jar Binks voice.
It's just
Prosty bot.
fucking...
Talking of prosty bot, Madonna was at Coachella.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen it yet.
That's Madonna's Morse code vagina.
She's coming for me. Send help.
Hi.
It's dark in here. I've not seen light for 30 years.
Caw.
But she's created a bit.
Finding bits of old change and Lego down the side of it.
Oh,
It.
Couple of husbands.
Dennis
Rolling
Rodman.
around.
A fucking
Dennis
bus
Rodman.
couch. A Hoover attachment.
Dennis Rodman.
Oh man. Aye, but
Fuck Madonna.
she winched
Shit.
Drake at Coachella, and he looked like he was gonna vomit. It's fucking hilarious. Well worth.
Have you even seen the pictures of that, Colin? I've only seen the pictures.
I've not seen it then.
Holy shit. After what he said to me earlier, I can't wait to see this now.
Oh, I'll try and find.
So he was unaware it was going to happen.
I don't know.
She's grabbed him.
He looked unaware in the photos
Yeah.
even, you know.
How unhappy would you be if this fucking haunted freak?
She really is.
She's just... She
Just
reminds me of the-
veins and skeleton.
That's what I was going to say. She looks at some from Ghosts and Goblins, mind the old fucking game. You had to throw daggers at it.
Oh, God.
pure.
She reminds me of that bit in Game of Thrones of the winter coming, the guy on the horse. That bit. She looks
I
like
know.
him.
Madonna is coming. Just fucking...
Actually, I think that the Iron Maiden beast was based on her. Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
Eddie. Oh, that's a shame.
Imagine her
Man.
wrapping round you like that, just wrapping round a rapper.
Rapping with a rapper.
I think
Bet you Russell's the one as well.
Oh, God.
she just looks like she's about to fucking devour him.
Maybe she hadn't eaten for a while.
Aye, just like detaches her jaw and swallows him like some kind of snake.
Oh, God. The Drake snake. But he's got a snake on him.
He's kind of like he's got one hand in her head as if like stop, but then the other hand's still on his crotch.
Oh, that is
And
nasty.
there's a bit of him clearly enjoying it.
That is nasty.
She's exactly double his age.
That's
Oofed. Just oofed.
It's alright for me to have sex with somebody who's
Yeah.
younger than me, but no,
Aye, she's definitely not a cougar.
she's a fucking cougar, alright. She's living in the mountains.
Oh, indeed.
I think we fucked it with our talk of Madonna.
Absolutely fucked it.
Fucked it, and it's
So
ass.
I go and enjoy Record Store Day in Glasgow.
Yeah, man, get along.
I don't know what the fuck's going on there,
Oh
man.
shit! It's time to eat.
Like, yeah, get along to NHC, man. Shop. Put in a lot
Aye.
of work for this, so yeah, definitely get amongst it. Yeah, this one.
Aye, we've been a podcast here at SoundShape.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we'll be back. Sorry, I don't know. I'm sorry, for
Sorry,
listening.
we'll be back.
Sorry for listening.
Sorry
You'll-
for listening.
You'll hear us in one way or another next time.
Cheers.
And yet,
Bye.
holes.
Bye.
There's no stopping this apocalypse. If you say otherwise, you cease to exist. We're hoffing this shopping list. Out of date rogues with the 10 pence crisps. Out of order, closed for business. Damage limitations, so they shoot the witness. Cheap foreign labour and a lack of new ideas means the storms are brewing and the rent is in arrears. It appears we're no longer pioneers, we'll be refugees in a matter of years. Looking for work, being shunned as one. Isn't it ironic? The shutdown has begun. The shutdown has begun.
Laughable as all she and Staggered dump, playing doubles racquetball with a band called Cadence off the tagged wall of an East End of Glasgow Chapel Hall. Random thoughts got Valium, seeking tramadol. So is it poetic justice or tragic irony? I leapt on the bus just to get dry and end up higher than a sedative pump full of caffeine just to ease anxiety for a cerebral palsy caused by a streetcar named Incidental Society. The accident it's had today. Cut some slack, you cunts jump when we puff a fag. As for life, well I was never ever in any doubt what a fucking drag that would become. Excuse the blunt rap. One way to kill a vibe and that's wreck it. Away and kick a tree, you fucking wretch. You tell them we said it. The way I feel then any cunt can get it. Preach peace at gigs when common decency's a feature on your fucking record.
A sense of change near the garden here. Everyone forgot their dreams due to modern machines. You must admit it's getting harder to care. No, I don't need no phones, I don't need .coms, I don't need what's hot or cool. I don't lead that life, I don't need that shite. I'm a product of the old school. People asking me to add them on Facebook, just assuming that I've got an account. And I don't want to nitpick, but it gets on my wick, cause conversation should be spoken by mouth. They turn the Xbox off, put the iPod down and take a walk about the place that you live. Forget the fake tans and the painted hands. Get a grip and start raising your kids. Living in a fucked up bad dream. Somebody come and save my soul. All I see is drugged up drag queens, murderers, fakes and sad trolls. I'll never make it through the same old mundane. Everyday 9 to 5. I may only make small chump change, but I'm living life life.
Driven underground, they shut down. Driven underground, they shut down. Driven underground, living in a rundown industrial come down. It's a big society. Been the idea of a career in psychiatry. Big society. Become a volunteer, sweep the floors in the library. Big society.